Hello everyone. Today's lesson is survival of organisms. In this lesson, we are going to study how different living things survive in all the environments. The main objective of this lesson is to teach students how they will be able to use evidence to explain what causes organisms to survive in their environment. After the lesson, they will be able to answer the essential question, which is what do organisms need to survive? The main vocabulary terms of this lesson are competition, ecosystem, and resource. We are going to have a look at page Keely Probe at page number 5. Specific animal is mentioned over here without its name. There is a type of animal that lives in the forest. These animals eat tree nuts and seeds. They find shelter high up in the treetops. Their fur helps them blend in with the bark of the tree. Now, here they are describing about an animal that is living here in this forest. In the forest, we know there are different trees. The stem, let's suppose the stem is of black color and it is having leaves of green color. Now this animal that is living on the branch of this stem, it is having fur on its body that is of the same color as the color of the stem, due to which when any other animal that comes near this tree, it is not able to identify this animal that is lying on the top. What would happen to these animals if all the trees in the forest were cut down? Choose the answer that best matches your thinking. What do you think will happen to this animal? Let's see. Someone comes to the forest and cuts this tree. Eventually, this tree, it is going to fall down. What will happen to the animal that was living on the top? This animal, what will happen to it? Now, will the animals die because the trees had been cut down, or some of them they will be able to survive if they were born with some special quality, some special characteristic that would help them to live in the changed environment with changed conditions, or some of them will survive by changing their food, shelter, or fur in the changed environment. At the animals, they cannot change their fur because it is natural. They cannot change their food habits. Suppose if an animal was eating plants before, all of a sudden it cannot start eating meat. So most probably all the animals, they have some special characteristic in them. They have some special quality which helps them to live in a different place with different conditions. You have to describe your thinking. What happens to any animal when the environment changes, or what happens to any plant when the environment changes? Choose any animal or any plant and write your answer over here. What will happen to them if the earth becomes too hot? What will happen to them if the earth becomes too cold, or if there is any flood, what will happen to those animals? Just choose any animal and tell about them.